in that thou hast humbled thyself. Take humility, as it becometh thee. And as this is marvelous in the eyes of the Most High, people, and have not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous, even though he was righteous. He didn't say, oh, I know I'll be in the kingdom. He said, we have done these things that are wicked. He included himself with those that were doing wicked acts. That's righteous in the eyes of the Most High. Not to think yourself above what you are, because we all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. We just learning how to read. That's more to think that we got it all together. To think you're going to be there. It's amazing how people have done all kinds of things and just act like they know the scriptures. So now you learn the scriptures. Now you know you're going to make it to the kingdom. You ain't no different than them Christians. Oh, he's going to heaven. How you know? Homecoming. How do you know? Who knows? What happened to a person once they're in that casket? That's a body that's getting ready to go back to the dirt. The spirit done left that body. The Most High took his spirit back. Now you know the mind of the Most High. I don't think so. We heard that tonight too. It says, verse 49 is key, in that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. That's why I went to 2 Ezra 47 and kept showing you how he said we done wickedly, along with those that done wicked acts or abominations or broke the laws of the Most High. It says, for many great miseries, listen at this closely, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time, we're in the last days right now, this is the latter time, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So he's telling us that because he humbled himself. To be humble is opposite of being prideful. He humbled himself and didn't walk in great pride. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. So it's not many men in this day and time that you can really seek out that's like Ezra, that has humility, and not counting themselves as one of the righteous because they know scripture. That's why it say knowledge puffers up. Well, these are the ones that are going to be hearing me all night say Most High will. You don't know. I know many, many men, strong, powerful teachers, they don't even have nothing to do with this Bible no more. They don't even probably consider themselves a Hebrew Israelite. Or some just so angry, so disappointed, they just left. The Spirit of the Most High left them. But just because you know what you know now don't mean you're going to continue to be here in the same position that you're in. You could be brought in just to bring somebody in and poof, your time is done. I always thought about that. Poof, it's over. You ain't even thinking about studying no more. You just had a certain period of time to do what you've done. Then you out of it. That's why I praise the Most High about Shema Shekau Shai for those that are continuing of old to continue to go forward. But hopefully they'll listen to the Spirit. And the Spirit will continue to grow in them where you won't just become like stuck in an age where you're not able to grow. The Spirit is quick and it's not stopped. That's why he told us, but understand verse 51 of 2 Ezra, the 8th chapter. It says, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open. Remember he said you're going to prepare a place for us. He said, that's paradise. These that are humble, with a broken and contrite spirit, paradise is going to be open. The tree of life is planted. Time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. See? The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness in the mouth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows and sorrows are past, and in the end is showed the treasure of immortality. See? That's living forever and ever and ever. That's when you got next, Israel. That's when you can really say we got next, because we're going to have next. But see, Israel is thinking that it's just going to come because you just found out you were Israelite. I don't think so. What about the ones that was born and raised an Israelite and still going to be thrown into the lake of fire? But here we are, and they knew the law frontwards and backwards. They learned the law from birth. Even in the womb they heard the law. Coming out from birth all the way to 30 years old. Then they started the ministry at 30 years old. That's another law that people need to know. From 30 to 50 is the ministry. And from 50 on, that's when you become an elder. 50 years on. It makes sense to me. Because cats that's under 50 years old, they could be doing all kinds of things. By the time you're 50, you should be mature enough to know how to operate in your vessel. Your rental vessel that the Most High has allowed you to have. Look at Ecclesiastes 28, and we'll read verse 3. One man beareth hatred against another, and does he seek pardon from the Most High? So these ones not going to make it. All you phony brothers out there, y'all ain't making it to the kingdom. You can exalt yourself all you want to, but when it goes down, you ain't making it to the kingdom. And you sisters that don't want to follow what this is talking about. He showeth no mercy to a man, which is like himself. Does he ask forgiveness of his own sins? Now, the Most High gave mercy and grace to Israel. So we got to give mercy and grace to our nation. How are we not going to give mercy and grace to our nation? And the Most High said he gave mercy unto Jacob, and we yet choose Israel in Isaiah 14:1. And we're not going to follow what he does? Yet still we're going to say we're rolling with the Most High? I don't think so. He showed no mercy to a man which is like himself. And does he ask forgiveness of his own sins? This is very important. To make it to the kingdom. To be on them chariots. If he that is but flesh lures hatred, who will entreat for pardon of his sins? A brother that's hating on another brother, or that's not really knowing how to love thy neighbor as thyself, who's going to entreat for his sins? Mashiach Yahushua now. Remember thy end, and let enmity cease. Let this war that we have against each other, division and so forth, cease. Remember corruption and death, and abide in the commandments. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Remember the commandments. Most High speak once yea, twice, man receive for now. He said it twice. And abide in the commandments. That means you live in his commandments. Remember the commandments. The Most High's rules and regulations. And bear no malice. That means anger without a cause to thy neighbor. You really don't have a reason to. I mean, we don't really have that much of a reason to be against each other. We just gotta be there for each other and talk it out, whatever. The covenant of the highest and wink at ignorance. Say wink at ignorance. Don't be tripping on that because, look, hold that. Get Acts 17 and 30 of it. He said wink at ignorance. So you want to do the right thing as the Most High. You want to follow him. Look what he done. Acts 17 and 30. In the times of this ignorance, the Most High winked at for us. He winked at our ignorance. But now commandeth all men everywhere to repent, as for the forgiveness of our sins. Because he hath appointed a day in the which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man, a Mashiach Yahushai, whom he hath ordained, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men, and that he hath raised him from the dead on the third day. Hope y'all hearing this. But I know the Most High's word does not go out in vain. So, going back to Ecclesiastes 28th chapter. In verse 6. Remember thy end, and let enmity cease. That's war. The division and the war against each other as Israelites cease. Remember corruption and death, and abide in the commandments. Remember the commandments, and bear no malice, which is anger without a cause, to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the highest, and wink at ignorance, just like he winked at our ignorance. So were we not to do the same thing for each other? Abstain from strife, and thou shalt diminish thy sins. See? Abstain from arguing and going against each other. Abstain from division, and thou shalt diminish thy sins. For a furious man will kindle strife. See? That's how you know a furious man, he gonna kindle strife. They're the ones that's causing the division. Therefore, you got to watch out for them. That's why you got to keep your eyes on them. And follow the righteous way of the Most High. Look at Romans 9:13. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved. So if the Most High loved Jacob, who was the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, who are we not to love who the Most High said he loved? Jacob. Say, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. But our people, they'll want to love Esau more than they love Jacob. Their own people. Sad to say, but it's real. Most High said he loved Jacob. So we better love who the Most High loves. And stop tripping. And realize that we all we have. When it go down, it'll be a whole lot of death. A whole lot of you ain't good for nothing, but just for made, like you said, that you made for the furnace. So that's why he said, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. I'm hoping that's none of us. You know, unless you change before the time that you get up out of here, one way or another. Go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 1. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our power of Mashiach Yahushua, because he's coming, and by our gathering together unto him. See? These are the things that are not promoted. We're gathering together unto a Mashiach Yahushua. That's why he said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am in the midst thereof. So we got to gather ourselves together unto him. Since he is the only way that we can reach the Most High. And it's always been that way. That ye be not soon shaken in mind. That your mind be shook up. You know, your mind being polluted. Being brain polluted. That's your mind. You get your mind from your brain, but your brain is polluted. Say, don't let your brain be polluted. Or be troubled. Neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us. As that the day of the Mashiach Yahushua is at hand. It's at hand, y'all. It's coming. Who's going to rouse us up? The Most High going to rouse us up by death. That's why you see what gets our attention. You see Mike Brown got killed. Sad to say. You know, Garner in New York. Dante here in Victorville. Dante Parker. There's so many and so many and so many and so many. Just on and on and on. But when it becomes the killing in mass, civil graves, you start seeing massive graves, you start seeing massive people on the streets as it is written. Then that's when we cry to the Most High. And we realize that we only have one hope, one faith, only one ability, only one power. That's the Most High power of Thaahwam, forever and ever and ever. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Most High. He is our power. And think about it. Nobody else, he even know. But here we are looking at something else. Looking to some other entity for our help. Verse 3. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you. Don't let anybody fool you by any means. For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. The so-called white man, the Edomites. He's the son of perdition. He's that man of sin. Because he had broken all the laws of the Most High. He's going to identify him. Who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God. All that is called the Most High. All that is called the highest entity of the world. Or that is worship. Come on now. Who set themselves up to be a Mashiach Yahushua? Who the world calls Jesus Christ. It wasn't the so-called white man. It's him. Until this day. So that he, as the Most High, he as the Mashiach Yahushua, sit in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. He said, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. So when I was with you, he said, I told you these things. Remember, I told you these things. A lot of things he got to repeat, just like we have to repeat with Israel a lot of times because you don't get it the first time. And you ain't studying enough to be able to get it on your own. That's why the Most High said, hey, God speak once, yea, twice. Sometimes Most High got to reveal certain things in a dream just to direct your path and take away the pride from you. You think you're going to do whatever you want to do. He tells you got to do certain things. This is our power. The power of the 12 tribes of Israel. This ain't everybody's power. Now, who's the temple of the Most High? He said he's sitting in the temple of the Most High. Who's the temple of the Most High? Israel is. How do you prove it? 1 Corinthians 3:16. I believe. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? We the temple of the Most High. So he's sitting amongst us, and our people stand for that image of Caesar Borgia more so than any other nation. We have really been brain polluted. Our brains have been polluted with nonsense. So we got to come out of it. Come out of this madness that we're in. It's sad, but it's true. And we only have so much time. We don't know how much time we have. Because the Most High is in the Most High's hand. But as we have breath in our being, we're trying to do the best we can. Do what's right in His eyes. Very, very important. This cat is sitting in the temple of the Most High telling lies. The lie. Look at Psalms 58:3. That's how you know the spirit of Esau, who's sitting in the